Our team, our community. This is CondorsTown, and this is another Energy Condors connection. Now, here's Erik Fox and Ryan Holt.
Third week in a row, it's been 10 a.m. on a Thursday.
It'll be 10 a.m. next week, too.
Oh, geez. Let's not go cray-cray yet. It is Condors Connection. My name is Erik Fox from Energy 95.3. The other side of the screen is my brother from another mother, known as Ryan Holt for the Bakersfield Condors. How you doing this morning, my friend?
I'm good. We got in about 2 o'clock this morning, so running on fumes, but yeah, we'll get there.
You can sleep when the season's over.
Yeah, high-octane fumes, so that's good.
Well, let's go and jump into it. Of course, we're heading to the end of the season. We always start talking about the parent organization first, which is the Edmonton Oilers, and the playoff push. It's kind of rinse and repeat from what we said last week. Oilers are doing great, but the two teams above them are doing great as well with LA and Vegas. How's that playoff push looking?
Yeah, big one tonight. Oilers host LA. I think it's the first of two in the next week against LA. So, that'll decide, where they end up in the Pacific Division standings. They'll end up beating everybody else. So it's how you do against the teams that you're battling against. Vegas, LA, and Edmonton are all separated by about a nose hair right now. So, it's a fun finish. I think all three teams have been great. I think Vegas has some definite goaltending weaknesses. I think moving forward, if Logan Thompson doesn't come back here, healthy down the stretch, or whatever the situation is there. But Kings Oilers have been a great series last year. It might be the series this year, but yeah, definitely a benefit to get that one seed and play a beaten up Winnipeg team, or play Nashville, or play even Seattle, who I don't think is as strong as the other two teams that I just mentioned. So, big one tonight. We're actually giving away 4 tickets to the game next Tuesday in LA and in Anaheim next Wednesday too. So you can check out our social media channels and enter to win. And 4 tickets to next week's games. They're big ones down the stretch, and it's a fun time of year.
Is there like a preferred opponent you think the Oilers are looking at that they want to hit in the first round?
I think you just want to be playing as good as possible. Going into the first round, try and get as healthy as possible. That means, get Ryan McLeod back. He's been a missing piece up front. That said, they scored, 7 goals the other night against Vegas. So, I think get your pieces back healthy, and see what you have here down the stretch, and then, go into it as healthy as possible. That Kings team has been excellent here in the second half of the year. I think they've only given up 2 regulation goals in 1 out of their last 15 games or something. Like it's absurd what they've been doing. And it's a tough team to play against. Obviously, the history between Todd and Jay behind the bench is something that's palpable. I think whether they want to talk about it or not, they're good friends. And it's teacher, mentor, whatever it is. But there's animosity between those two organizations. It's going to be a fun game tonight. I'm excited to watch it.
Let's talk about another team that is looking at that playoff push. That, of course, is the Bakersfield Condors, and this is Condors Connection. We're down to, I think it's 8 games remaining.
Yeah.
Kind of a rough was the split with San Jose. Tough loss last night with Coachella Valley, and you're seeing a lot of teams clenching right now. Condors still haven't clinched, but we're on the cusp of it. What are you seeing?
Yeah, I think playoff wise, I think we're I'll use the word safe. You're never safe until you're in, but I think. The Condors right now are 7 points up on San Jose with 8 games left, and San Jose plays Texas twice this weekend, and they're in Coachella Valley on Monday. I don't think they're going 3-0. If they do, all the best to them. They're going to have to down the stretch here. They're going to have to go 7-1 or 8-0, I think, just to get in. Even if the Condors play 500, I think they get in. So not necessarily worried about that. I think it boils down to this weekend is, 2 games against Tucson, and that's the team that's tied with us right now for 6th. We do have an extra game to play. That'll be Colorado next Wednesday, but, it's a battle right now. It looks like Colorado's going to be the 3 seed. It looks like Coachella Valley is certainly the 2 seed. Abbotsford is the 4 seed, and, Ontario, Bakersfield, and Tucson, 5, 6, 7 in some order. I think the Condors end up finishing 6th. I think last night is, a Coachella Valley team who's been better than just about everybody in the entire league, showing why they're better than just about everybody in the entire league. And, that night, got away from them early, and that happens. But, it was probably a loss anyways if you're, a betting person and looking at things. So now you get 2 against Tucson, and, this is this is where you make your bones and figure out if you want to be sixth. You win these games this weekend. If not, you're going to be battling and trying to get back up into sixth.
Let's talk about the games this weekend because you guys are tied currently point standings with the Tucson Roadrunners. How big is that, and what is the game plan in the locker room right now to lock in those W's this weekend?
Well, it's huge because the 7 seed's going to play Coachella Valley, and I don't want to say you want to avoid them, but you want to avoid them as late as possible, and try to win a series. Now that said, the 3 seed's Colorado, and they're very good too, and they have a great home environment. So it's like it's pick your poison right now. Do I think Colorado's a better option than Coachella Valley? Absolutely. But you can't, when you're at the stage of the game, you can't, beggars can't be choosers at this point. You just get in and throw your chips down and hope they come up big. So we'll see what happens. But Tucson's been playing well. They're solidifying themselves because San Jose was right up their backside here the last couple of weeks, and they pulled away a little bit. So credit to them. They got a good team. Mike Carcone's back. He'll be the AHL MVP. It's going to be a good test this weekend. Should be a fun atmosphere in 2 big games.
Definitely 3 important games between the now and the next time we talk, with Colorado also coming into town.
Yeah.
And you talked about how the Colorado atmosphere is when you guys play out there. I am sure it's altitude, but it's also a fan base out there.
Yeah.
What's it like taking on them in our hometown?
Yeah, it's it's always nice to play at home, right? The Condors have points in 14 out of 16 at home. We've got 6 of the final 8 games at home, so it's a good stretch at the end to solidify yourself. A lot of teams like Colorado and like Ontario have to go on the road, to end the season. We're home to end the season, so a fairly easy road trip next week in terms of travel with Vegas and Palm Desert, but. Colorado's going to be coming in, and they're trying to lock up the 3 seed. They want to play as best of an opponent as possible. They know they're going to get home ice, and if they can get Bakersfield or Tucson rather than having to play Ontario, maybe that's their option. Even though I think Ontario is probably the easiest out of the 3 options. Even if they finish higher in the standings. So Colorado comes in, and that's a good test again. It's a barometer for. What's to come, because you're going to have to go through these teams, if you're going to be playing into May. So, we'll see what happens next weekend.
Every game is important as we head into the final part of the season here. And, of course, we need people in the stands rooting on your Baco Birds. How do people get the tickets?
Yeah, CondorsTown.com, $2 beers on Friday night. And then Saturday, Black Panther and Star-Lord are here from Marvel. And should be fun for the kids, take pictures and all that fun stuff. But yeah, 6 out of the final 8 at home. We're home the 14th and the 15th to wrap the season as well too. So a lot of exciting games coming up here. A lot of big crowds coming up here to cap off the regular season. And then, yeah, it looks like we'll be on the road for the first round of the playoffs, but right back here for round 2. So, it's an exciting time of the year, and, it's always fun to be in the mix.
It's hard to believe just how fast the season has gone. So We're already heading into mid-April, wrapping up and back into the playoff time. Ryan Holt from the Bakersfield Condors. My name is Erik Fox from Energy 95.3. Every single week, we get you caught up on all things CondorsTown right here with your Energy Condors connection. I'll see you next week, my friend.
See you then.